What's going on, everybody? Prophecy Wiz back at it again with yet another Voiceless Voice video. Today is going to be the highly anticipated, heavily requested, probably the most requested video on the channel. It's going to be the combo tutorial. I'm going to give you guys a few combos today. A lot of the things with this deck is that this deck is kind of fluid. Like, all 5 cards are going to dictate how your hand's going to play out, so it's not as simple as just do this combo. Like, if you open this cards, do these lines, and if you open these cards through these lines, like, every additional card is going to make the combo better and different in each and every single way. So what I'm going to suggest to you guys to do on your own is how I learned this deck. So I think the best way to learn a deck when you're starting is to just freehand, and what I mean by that is just play a ton with it and kind of learn as you go. And then once you think that you're pretty good with the deck, you have a good understanding of what you want to do with the deck, is to then kind of go through and do a, just open low, right? Like, have no other cards in your hand, and then play out the combo and see what you can get with low. And then play out with just Diviner, and then play out with just Barrier, and then play with low Diviner, and then low Barrier, low Saphira, Diviner Barrier, and move on that way, and that will kind of help you memorize the combos. And have a better understanding of the way they're playing the deck. But today I am going to give you guys some straightforward combos. I think that the combo I'm going to give you right now is going to be the best combo in the deck. I think it's the best combo that Voiceless Voice has by far. I've never seen somebody else play play this combo and do the plays this way. And if you guys like this, please be sure to obviously subscribe. Drop a comment on what other kind of combos you guys want to see. And if you guys can get this video to 200 likes, I know it's a huge goal, it's a big stretch, but if we can get 200 likes on this video, I will do a 30-minute to an hour-long combo video showing you guys all kinds of different combos, lines, plays, because this deck has so much to offer. It's absolutely incredible. It's this deck can just do so much more than everybody thinks. So without further ado, we're going to get right into it. The best combo in the deck is definitely going to be Diviner Barrier. It's not close, which is why I oftentimes think it's funny when people say, hey, are you sure we have to play Diviner in the deck? I want to actually play this instead. Play this and that. Everybody's welcome to play whatever they want, but the best combo in the deck is by far with Diviner. So let's get right into that, and then I'm kind of going to show you guys how to play this line if you open different combinations of hands, because I don't want you guys to just open a hand and then play, just know how to play with Diviner Barrier, because that's only going to get you so far. That's not going to have you guys winning tournaments with the deck. I want you guys all to be able to succeed at the highest level with the deck, win constantly, and for that you got to be able to know how to play it. So I'm going to show you guys how to play this combo exactly. You guys can memorize exactly the combo I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to show you some principles and some other hands, and explain how you can do the same combo in other ways. So without further ado, let's get into that combo. What we're going to do first is we're going to activate the barrier effect. At this point, we're checking for Ogre. We can still just combo with Diviner, but obviously the best way to play hands is to check through hand traps. When you're playing a hand through, which is why it's more important that you consider the 3rd, 4th, 5th cards in your hand. Whatever your hand tends to be, is you need to play around hand traps the best, and then go through a checklist when you're playing of what hand traps you are not seeing. So we activate Barrier. We're going to check for Ogre, right? They don't have Ogre. We get Saphira. Now, on this window, we've checked for Droll as well. We get to go activate the Saphira from here. Stun the Saphira. We're now checking for Ash Blossom. So, stun the spell. Search for Saravis. And so now what we've done is we've checked for Ogre, Droll, and Ash Blossom already, right? And now we search for the Saravis, because Saravis is going to play through Imperm, Valor Mourner, which is essentially all of the rest of the cards that your opponent could have at this point. So now we've kind of checked for every single hand trap, which is part of what is so strong about this combo. So now we're going to do the thing. We're going to normal summon the Diviner, activate the effect. We're going to dump the Trias. If they chain Imperm Valor, we just chain the Saravis, obviously, and we can still just do the combo same way. So send the Trias. Then we're going to activate the Trias effect. We're going to send the Diviner for cost. We're going to summon the Trias. We're going to activate the Diviner effect. We're going to go ahead and special summon the Low from the deck. We're going to activate the low effect. We're going to tutor out the trap card here. So now we have the trap card. And what we're going to do right here is we already have checked for like essentially all the hand traps, but we're going to activate the trap card. We're going to send the spell card back to the deck, and we're going to search for our friend, the Skull Guardian. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to link the low and the Trias, don't forget to banish it, into IP Masquerena, everybody's favorite. Now from here, we're going to activate the Saphira effect in the graveyard, banish Saphira. We're going to send the Saravas from the hand. We're going to special summon Skull Guardian, and then we're going to go low Chainlink 1, Skull Guardian Chainlink 2. Low should always be Chainlink 1 if you can, so you don't get belled, because it's just dumb, right? Like, we're just not getting belled for no reason. That's a good keynote, just always to remember. It's obviously how you play this combo, but it's how you play any combo when you're using the two of these. So, yep. So we're going to search off the Skull Guardian, and then we're going to resolve the low. The Skull Guardian is going to search for the Pendulum Graph, which you can see in all of my deck profiles. I always say that I prioritize the Pendulum Graph. I blind the Pendulum Graph, and this is one of the many reasons. So we're going to special summon back the low, and then here we are good to pass our turn. Don't forget, I started this combo with just 2 cards in hand, so if you had more cards, you could have done more. But hopefully the cards in your hands are hand traps, which will just be insane. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our opponent's turn. Our opponent's going to start playing Yu-Gi-Oh, obviously. And at some point, our opponent's going to activate our card or effect, and we're going to chain the Skull Guardian to negate that. One of two things is going to happen. Your opponent is either going to, say, chain Droplet, send 2 cards to negate the IP and the Skull Guardian. And what is going to happen in this case scenario is going to be, we're going to go Chainlink 2, so it'll be Chainlink 1 monster effect or spell or trap, Chainlink 2 the Skull Guardian, Chainlink 3 the Droplet, Chainlink 4 is going to be the trap card effect to search or summon, and then Chainlink 5 is going to be IP Masquerena, and we're going to send all 3 of these monsters into Appaloosa. Because they sent 2 cards, 1 for each of these, their Droplet's not going to be able to resolve, and the Skull Guardian is gone, so that effect is also going to resolve. And then you dodge Droplet, and you have Appaloosa for 3. What's going to happen if they do not chain Droplet is they're going to go accept the Skull Guardian negate, resolve the chain, and then on a new chain, what we're going to do is we're going to go activate Radiance. So now we've negated 1 card. On a new chain, we're going to go activate Radiance. We're going to send the Saravas back to the top of the deck. We're going to summon a copy of Low from the deck. Low is going to trigger Low's effect. And we're going to go ahead and activate the Blessings from the deck. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to activate IP Masquerena. We're going to send the IP, the Skull Guardian, and a copy of Low into Appaloosa for 3. Because we summoned a non-light ritual monster, or a non-ritual monster, we're going to get to trigger the Blessings. We're going to send the Low that we just summoned. We're going to summon back Pendulum Graph. We haven't used the graveyard effect of Low yet, so we're going to activate the Low in the graveyard. We're going to special summon that Low back. And now here, what we have is we've activated 1 negate, so we negated 1 card. And here we have 3 negates with the Appaloosa and a negate with the Pendulum Graph. So that's 4 more negates. That means with just those 2 cards, we put up 5 negates. And we have our next turn, we still have the trap card on the field, which is going to be able to shuffle back the Skull Guardian and search a card or summon, depending on what we want. We're going to be able to search a card with Barrier, and we're going to be able to recycle a card with Blessings. What's awesome about this combo is that we have Pendulum Graph in the field here, and the Pendulum Graph was summoned using the Blessings, which means it can't be destroyed by battle. And because we have Pendulum Graph and Low, they cannot just attack this Appaloosa. So they have to attack the Pendulum Graph, and it can't be destroyed by battle. So you're actually resolving all 3 negates on this Appaloosa, and then you're also going to be able to negate with the Pendulum Graph. Once we negate with the Pendulum Graph, we're going to put it in the Pendulum Scale, and we're going to special summon our friend Adai's Vortex out. So on our end phase, then, we're going to be able to activate this effect, add it to hand, search for a copy of the ritual spell, and then we're going to get a blank draw for turn, which is 3 cards, and then we're going to get a card off this, which is 4, a card off this, which is 5, and then a card off this. So we have 6 cards in hand next turn. So just this 2-card combo is 5 negates, an Omni negate, 3 monster negates, and a spell negate, and 6 cards in hand next turn. And what is also what's also amazing about that, so a lot of you guys might be like, well, it's a 2-card combo, and look what happens when I don't open that combo, right? But we just activated Barrier and searched Saphira, but the combo would have just not had the Barrier, but it would have been like the same thing. It would have been a little bit weaker, but essentially you would have had still 5 negates and 5 cards next turn if we just opened Saphira and Diviner. And then like there are just like other combinations that you can do with the combo. So like if you open, let's say, low, Barrier, and Saphira, you can just do like the same thing with the combo because you just start with Saphira. Like you can do like all the plays. Like the low is gonna activate the Radiance still from the deck when you summon it. Right, Saphira is gonna go for Skull Guardian, send low from hand, summon Skull Guardian, summon low, and then the Barrier can fetch another copy of low. You can normal summon that copy of low. You can activate the Radiance to shuffle back the ritual spell, special summon a second copy of Saphira from the deck, link off the second low and the second Saphira into an IP, and then you have IP Skull Guardian trap low. The Skull Guardian was able to fetch a copy of the Pendulum Graph, and then we still have the same combo. So like if you open, say we open low Barrier Effect Veiler, right? Like you can go Barrier for Saphira, summon, right? Do the same like interacting starting combo, low for the trap card, shuffle back, summon a second copy of Saphira, normal summon the Effect Veiler, send the Effect Veiler and Saphira into IP, and then we're just doing the same combos, right? Some of them might be weaker, but some of these hands might be a similar thing, but they have pre-prep in the hand, and then you're able to do like a very similar thing. So like I said, the deck is super fluid, but the combo I just showed you is 5 negates with 2 cards and 6 cards in hand next turn, which in my opinion is crazy. Like the Epaluz is protected. It's super strong. It also has like, you have like a lot of different lines you can take. Like you'd always just pop with the trap. The IP could have also just went into an SP, so like you could remove like 2 spells and traps if you needed to as well. A lot of different interesting ways that you could play this and interact these combos, use the deck, and that's one of the awesome things I love about the deck, and I'm happy to show you guys. So if you guys like this combo, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment what you'd like to see next. Let me know if you'd like to see more combo videos of different combinations. If you're wondering about how to play Best Shifter, there is a combo that I generally do if I open any of the level 3 tuners and anti-spell after siding, so that so say we open like low Saphira and then a like a trap, the anti-spell and a Mourner. We're gonna go Saphira, summon the low effect for the trap card. The trap card is gonna shuffle back, summon another copy of low from the deck, and then we're going to normal summon the hand trap, and then we're going to send the hand trap and the second copy of low into the Herald. And why that's incredible is because when you then flip the anti-spell in the draw phase, your opponent now no longer can chain droplet and send a monster card, because monsters would be banished from hand and you send for cost, so you cannot send a monster from hand. So essentially, the droplet, like if they chain droplet in the draw phase to the anti-spell, you just 100% can negate it with the Skull Guardian. And even if they chain like Imperm, well, like they probably won't even be able to Imperm it because we have Barrier. Even if they chained an Imperm, you can just negate with Skull Guardian. You can negate with the Herald, which is non-negate, and just forces the anti-spell to resolve. So I have a ton of different amazing combos with this deck. If you guys would like to see, like I said, like, subscribe, let me know what you guys would like to see moving forward. I wanted to thank everybody again for all the support. I hit 500 subscribers in about 2 weeks. That's incredible. That's crazy. I posted 107 videos before this with Call of Duty content, and it got, like, I would post 5 videos in a day and not get a single subscriber, and I've been getting 20, 30 subscribers a day. It's absolutely incredible. Feels like I'm in a movie. I can't even believe it. So I wanted to take the time to really thank everybody again. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. You guys are the absolute best. It's incredible. It's hard to even put it into words. So thank you guys again so much. I appreciate you guys checking out the content, checking out the combos, and we'll see you in the next one.